The amount of things that this man loses trying to get set up is ridiculous.
That's why I have my lady in the woodyard to keep track of my stuff.
I have to literally find everything for him.
I just misplaced my gloves for a short second. All right, here it is, the new All-Wood Log Splitters log table. We're gonna show you how I put it into position, how we set it up, and then we're gonna show you how well this thing would work if you don't have a tractor or a skid steer. I still think it's gonna be a game changer, back saver, and make everything so easy. So let's get this thing set up and show you how quick this thing works. You don't have to remove this log lift. Somebody asked if you have to remove the lift. I just raise it a little or lower it a little depending on how it was last sitting in your wood yard. And then you're gonna slide this table into position. It takes a little bit of work because it's not light, but you just get it slid up in there. When you have the hardest working lady helping you out,
How close do we want to be?
so you get it set about where you want it. Right there, so the logs will be good. You can see the log lift is below it, and now I'm going to fire up the all-wood and just raise that lift to the bottom. Other people asked if we could use the log lift to shake the table to try to get the logs down to you, but I'm guessing this table is 350 to 400 pounds, so once it's loaded with logs, that's a lot of weight to shake. We got it tilted a little bit more towards the splitter today, so it might help the rounds to roll down. You can do that easily by just adjusting how these bases sit on the ground.
But honestly, after working the table yesterday, I don't want the logs all rolling towards me. I feel like they'd just be way too heavy. You'd have too many logs at once and always be having to shove them out of the way of the push plate. Kind of like if you take the wrong apple on a display at the grocery store and they all come tumbling. I think that might happen with these logs. So I like how the table is. Hookaroon is fine by me, but you do you.
All right, now I'll just raise this log lift into the bottom of the table just to help stabilize it. That thing ain't going anywhere. Hey, welcome back to Hardworking Man. We've got this awesome log table again, and today we're going to show you what it's like to run it without heavy equipment. This is an oversized truckload of rounds that we just threw off. If you had a stationary wood yard, this would just be where you unload your rounds. And then we're going to load this table by hand, show you how much time it saves avoiding that Firewood log splitter merry-go-round. So if you want to see how much this table helps, not only in saving your back, but in saving your time, stick around and find out. All right, we're going to be using a pair of these Husqvarna log tongs. We're giving away a pair at our live stream December 10th, 2022, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Somebody that commented on video number 100, check that video out. It's our last one. If you haven't done it, hit a comment in there. We're going to do random comment generator. We're giving away a pair of these log tongs, a brand new pair of High C boots that was donated by High C. There's a 15% discount code in the description of this video if you want to check out their boots, and some Hardworking Man swag. But one key thing on these Husqvarna log tongs is to lube up these pivot points, because when they're brand new, they're a little bit tight. And if you get a little bit of lube in there, I like to use this dry Teflon lube. It makes them work a lot easier.
How do you use the log tongs?
Just like this, so you don't have to bend all the way down or use two hands.
How do you do it? You just do
like
this?
That, and it grabs it, and then you flick your wrist up, and it'll release it. If you were moving a log pile or throwing it in the back of the truck, you can just grab it. All right, so we're just going to get this table filled up by hand. Like I said, this is simulating not having a tractor or a skid steer, but it's still going to make the process go a lot quicker and a lot easier. We'll do more videos in the future with bigger rounds. You can load this, dump back your truck or your dump trailer right up to this table and throw them on there easy as can be. Just some of our mixed hardwoods. There's some oak in here, cherry, some birch, a little bit of maple, some elm. This isn't a bunch of easy splitting wood to try to make the log splitter look better. So we'll get the table loaded up. I'm going to split today. Rachel's going to stack straight into the IBC totes, which, yes, I know you do need equipment to move the IBC totes, but this is just simulated showing you how much this thing helps. And it's going to show that it's like having a third person almost, because with the speed of this all-wood splitter, if you're trying to stack in IBC totes and keep that small log lift filled, you're never going to be able to keep up. But with the size of this table, it helps because you don't have to load it near as much once you get that initial load done. And if Rachel's behind stacking, I can come load the table while she's cleaning up the splits. This is probably, if I had to guess, I'd say about a half of a cord of firewood here. So a face cord and a half if you live in the Midwest. And obviously, if you took more time and stacked this neater, you could put more on there at a time. But I think as quick as this goes, with Rachel stacking into the IBC totes, it'll be a nice transition point for me to come refill the table while she's still stacking.
Hardworking man's actually going to work today.
I'm always working. It's behind the scenes. You guys don't want to see me.
I said I would give him a shot running the all-wood.
You guys think she can keep up with me? table a little bit further away than we had it with Rachel split in our last video. I think a little bit closer, the logs just roll right into the log splitter. Here I got a little bit too big of a gap. We're learning as we go. About 3 minutes, we got the table refilled. All right, one thing I want to do is figure out something to do with this hookaroon. I might put a little clip here that it can snap into, or maybe over here. Rachel likes to run it left-handed, so she has her other hand ready for the lever. But we're going to figure out something so that it's not just resting somewhere. you can see, Rachel couldn't keep up with me, not even close. Look at this pile of wood she left behind. I'm gonna have to help her clean up.
Funny, funny, funny.
This is where filming, trying to make content, really slows down your work process, because you saw when we just had it on a tripod, she was able to keep up with my blazing pace, but then we wanted to get some moving footage so it's a little less boring, and then we end up with this huge pile of wood, because this table and this all wood are just insane.
It's all right. Anything to make Heath actually work here, right? Am I right?
Come on, I'm always working. It's in the background. Let us know in the comments, who would you rather see in front of the camera and who would you rather see behind it? Because I'd rather watch Rachel than myself. I know the title of the show is Hardworking Man. We get a million suggestions to change the channel name, but we're not going to, because Rachel came up with Hardworking Man. She loves the name. She loves her Hardworking Man. She's the hardest working lady. But it's a cool name for a channel. I couldn't believe it was available when we got it. And it's something that I always announce going through the house when I'm working, Hardworking Man coming through. So yeah, it fits us perfect, because I'm always working on stuff for my girl. That way we know to start the parade for Heath, because he accomplished something. Oh, for sure. You got to get your recognition as a man. Right. Hardworking man. I'm going to get Christmas lights up this year. That's for you, Jeffrey and Patty. They've been trolling me. And then Jeffrey just keeps making me look bad. Yes, he does. Throwing up lights, splitting wood every day, beautiful sunsets, putting up more lights, making dinner. Decorating the inside of the house. This guy's making us all look bad. Patty, what's your secret? Just do a really awful bent over old lady butt shot. Yeah, no one wants to see that. No one wants to see that. It's like when your grandma bends over to pick something up and just her butt's in your face. I think that's why people like you, because you relate them to their grandmother. Sorry. Man, I don't know, for the money, that table might be the best firewood tool I've bought. Just how easy it makes production, effortless, and how much faster. And there's no maintenance to that thing. Maybe touch up a paint spot here or there when it gets dinged to slow the rust down in the future, but I believe that's 1/4-inch plate steel, 2 full plates to make that thing. It's solid. All right, guys, as you can see, we made pretty quick work of this half cord. We filled up these IBC totes. With 2 of us working, it went lickety split. Like, there was no downtime. I was sweating. This thing is a beast. It works so fast that, yeah, when I started filming instead of loading, we got a giant pile built up. So if you don't have somebody else, it's still doable. And, you know, the point of the video today was just to show you what you can do with this table if you don't have a big tractor, the heavy machinery to load it, like Heath did yesterday with the dumping. It was pretty easy for me and Heath to load just these logs in by hand. I mean, clearly if you're gonna still do those big giant 30+ inch rounds, you're gonna wanna use the log lift. But if you're just gonna fill this up like we did today, this table made such quick work, and our production time was ridiculous. So I can't even imagine if this was our full-time job, how much firewood we could get split. All right, so this table is one of the best investments I think I've made so far in firewood. We've only used it twice, but it's been amazing. No maintenance, makes the job easy and fast. You're not bending over. If you pick them up from the ground, you bend a little bit. With that log tongs, I didn't have to bend down much at all. But if you want some more information on this table, it is not on the Allwood Log Splitters website just yet. Contact Bobby. Here's his phone number. Get a hold of him. Tell him, I want that table that was on Hardworking Man, because that thing's awesome. He'll know exactly what you're talking about. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning into this episode. And don't miss our live stream on Saturday, December 10, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's our first live stream ever, so cut us a little slack. Give us some grace. And we hope to have you tune in and comment with us. Talk with us. Make it fun. We're going to do our best. I'm a technology expert, so it should be fine. No,
No, you're not.
All right, so check out our last video. Don't miss the next video, and don't miss our live. Oh, man down.
Careful, there's a log there.
You can definitely see that this is something you want to set in place and leave, not split firewood in your driveway.
You're so exasperating. I can't even focus on my job. I gotta pause so I can roll my eyes. I just wanted to make sure that you were aware of what you have to do.
I got this.
You never have it.
I'm always on my game. Now what was I saying?
Debris.
Why'd you set this thing up in the driveway? You're making a mess out of our yard.
So weird. I just don't think that stuff through, you know?
Are you kidding me? I didn't record that whole time. I'm not joking.
Heath, why would you do that? This isn't one of your tricks?
I just hit the stop button and it started recording. All right, we gotta hurry now because we're running out of light. That was stupid. All right. Cameraman, another cameraman error.
Okay, you get in front since you like to hide behind me. Little Peter Pumpkin Eater. That doesn't help me.
That helps me.
I need to see. I would like to use one, maybe. Try it myself.
Oh, I thought you were saying because of your tennis elbow. So you misunderstand.
Bye!